Right, it's getting towards middle of April. It's a pleasant day, sunstroke cloud, a little bit windy, but we're going to look at the new pond and some new plantings. So let's have a more in-depth look. So, I don't know if you can remember before, but basically we just had a very narrow stream pond that went all the way along here. It looked a bit naff, to be honest. So hopefully this one looks a little bit better. So we've gone for like the kidney shape. As I mentioned in a video before Christmas, we're going to have some palms in the back, so we'll look at them in a minute. That also gave me the opportunity to have some planting around this area and round the other side. So it's still work in progress. Herons are always going to be an issue for me. We get a lot of them around our way, and there are fish in this pond. So I've literally just put some bamboo canes and a fishing line around just as a physical barrier, so it's not too invasive. You can't really notice it so much, rather than net it over, and just a physical barrier for the heron to stop it getting to the pond. And in time we'll have the plants sort of spread out around the sides. It's only the front that's going to be open to attack, if you like, by the herons. They won't land near the fence. They don't like, they need an escape route because they're quite big, clumsy birds. They need an open area to land and take off, so they won't go anywhere near the fence. Yeah, so that's that. So we just went with the log border around. The pond originally was only about 2 foot deep. It's now nearly 4 foot deep with a couple of shelves in it, so it's quite deep, but a lot smaller area, same volume of water, but just deeper and sort of smaller surface area. So let's go through some of the plantings. Obviously I've got a mulch area, but I've just literally planted some stuff. So we've got a red star cordyline, which is one I got reduced last year for about £3. It's already got about 1.5 foot of trunk, so that's give me a little bit of height at the back there. Then we've got the Southern Splendor, which I managed to divide, which I bought the other day, 2 in a pot. So that's one of them that side, give me a little bit of colour. So really I just wanted to keep around the pond sort of gravel area just free of plants. I might just put a couple of sort of rockery plants in here and there, but in general that's just going to be more open. So you can see I put a shelf around the pond, sort of a flat 8-inch shelf, and then graduated the sides up, so that sort of, you don't see the pond liner, the stones just disappear to the edge of the pond, so that's sort of hiding the worst of the pond line. Obviously we've got the waterfall here, which is a sort of pond liner here, but I've put some creeping jenny, so hopefully over the summer that will fill out and sort of cover the worst of that. So in the centre we've got the palms. I did throw out the question, what palm should I plant in the little island at the back there, and I'm going to call this the American Palm Island, because what we've got is we've got the queen palm in the middle, which is the mountain form, so it's a little bit hardier, so we'll see how that goes. Already lost a leaf, folded over due to the winds, because typically we've got some strong winds this week. So that's the main centerpiece. Then in front of that we've just got a Serenoa rippens, or saw palmetto, and we've got a sable minor this side, very small, and we've got a needle palm the other side, very small. So these are very slow growing palms, so they're not gonna, if they survive, they're not gonna, you know, gonna be a few years before they fill out. So yeah, the queen palm is the main event there. We've got sago palm, which was Morrison's last year. I think that's 12 quid. So that's still in a pot, and I've just buried that in the gravel at the back there. I have got a, I don't know if you can see the water trickling out the front of that. It's a big tub with just gravel in it, so it's like a gravel filter for the pond. And also I can plant my collocaceas in there, the elephant ears, and that'll just be in straight gravel stroke pond water. That'll help to filter the pond and hopefully grow some big elephant ears. So we've got the oleander at the back, gives a little bit of height. And I will say I had to cut my grapevine back because from where it starts from over here, last year it went all the way across to about here. So I cut all that back, so I didn't really want the grapevine growing over the palms. So yeah, so we've got a little bit of height with the oleander there. I've got a Camerops here. This is the Ectostar with the white on the back. So this is sort of a gravel area, gravel garden if you like. So we've got the Camerops there, and we've got a cluster of 3 cordylines. So we've got the this is another one that I brought, was it Monday? Yeah, that's the coral cordyline, so it's got nice sort of streaky leaves. I don't think it ever comes out on camera as nice as it look in real life. But yeah, real interesting leaves on that one. And then we've got a straight red star. Then we've got the other Southern Splendor there, which we managed to divide. And we've got the Mexican lily there, variegated. So again, that's, I know the cordylines are sort of clustered together, and they are underneath the palm tree here, Phoenix canariensis. But I mean that is due to the fact that I've wanted a bit of protection from them. This is quite a nice microclimate in the winter. It gets sun all day long, and overhead protection from the fronds of the canary date palm. So yes, it will grow up eventually into the fronds, but I am planning to keep this tidy. I have got a couple of big fronds here I want to take off because they're dangerously at eye level, so they're going to have to come off. So we're going to keep it more of a sort of upright shuttlecock look rather than sprawling everywhere. And yeah, very last but not least with the planting, we've got a Chamaedorea microspadix there again, so that's going to be, you get a decent amount of light, but when it comes to sort of, you know, strong afternoon light, that's going to be in shaded, and again that's going to be underneath the canopy of the palm tree. So hopefully we'll see how that one goes. That survived no problem in the greenhouse, unheated greenhouse. So that got down to -2. The damage it received is probably because I just didn't water for about 6 months, so a couple of brown leaves on one of the fronds, but apart from that, is, you know, we'll see on how that one goes. So yeah, that is just a sort of quick look at the new pond area. I think it'll look a lot better than it did. Yeah, so like I say, I've still got to place a few rocks here and there, but in general, pretty much done. Yeah, so we'll leave it there. The next project, I've got the shade corner I wanted to plant up. I've sort of semi-planted that up, but I still haven't got round to doing the front of that yet. So that's going to be, that'll be for another video, and I've still got some plants to place there. But yeah, so that's the new plantings and the new pond. So I'm quite pleased with that. It does come out a lot further into the garden in the old one, but it just, again, just a little bit more interesting, I think. Right, let's leave it there. Thanks for watching.